Come on! And again! Come on! Come on! One more! That is one way to christen the new plates. First leg day in the blood box. We got some weights, we've got some stuff to work with, and now it's a test of how bad do I really want it. Damn, that was a good set, and damn, what a way to start these new plates. My training style, my approach to training, you know that intensity is where I find it, where I find the most purpose in training, the most meaning. And if that doesn't prove it right there, then I don't know what is. So give me a second to catch my breath, because woo, that was a good set. But rest a minute, and then one, maybe two more, because all I've got to work with today for legs is squats and RDLs. That is all I've got in here. And to be quite honest, if you're not going out to compete and really take bodybuilding, you know, competitively, then squats and RDLs, man, that's all you need. I mean, I like the nitty gritty, old school, you know, limited resources, as you can tell, type of training. But seriously, that intensity, 2 movements, squats and RDLs, man, that's all you need to grow some legs. So, like I said, give me a second to catch my breath, hit another set, maybe 2 more. Well, probably 2 more if I don't do anything else other than just all out squats and then RDLs, and that's it. So rest for a minute, jump straight into another one. Let's do it. Coming in. Come on! And again! Come on! Oh, one more! That's it! Ooh. Yes! Woo! That's where it's at. That's it. I don't want to get all motivational and meathead on you, but Some of you fuckers don't even know what training is. You have no idea what training even means. Not a clue. But I suggest you go and fucking find out. There's nothing quite like it. How's this for a first leg day? For you lot, I say you lot, I think it was one person that said they wanted to see a leg day. Leg day isn't just leg day. I never see leg day as a day to grow my legs, even though it happens as a result. I see it more so as a mindset day. You're building that mind, you're training that mind more than any body part. You're training that mind more than you're training your legs. If you truly are intentful and purposeful with your training, man, it's not even about building the muscle. It's just taking your mind to that place every session that you know that you have to take it there. And then once you achieve that, you know that on that day, on that session, that you achieved what you needed to. And it's just the case with leg day that it is increasingly harder than any other day to battle that mind. So that's why I call it a mindset day rather than a leg day or a training day. It's mindset day, man. There's nothing quite like it. I might do one more just because it's the first leg day I've done on camera. Let's just get straight to it. Nothing quite like it, man. Let's do it. Last one! Come on! Come on! One more! You got it! Ah, yes! Woo! That's it, man. Let's have a talk before I move on to RDLs. I'm here to tell you that no one knows whether you did or you didn't. And no one also cares whether you did or you didn't. But the main thing that matters is only you know whether you did or you didn't. Now, this is something that is the main driver for what I do and why I do what I do, and not even just this, but everything in my day-to-day life, you know. Even if it comes to those minute details, as silly as it sounds, only you know if you did or you didn't. You know, when it comes to training, only you know if you did the last rep you could, or if you had more in the tank but you didn't do it. You know, and that applies to many things. You can apply that to anything. And I think it boils down to a certain level of consciousness, you know, whether how bothered you are with your own mind and that inner voice knowing that you could have done something and you didn't do it. And personally, me, I would rather die than know I didn't do something when I know I could have, or at least tried, no matter what it is, how much effort it takes, as long as I try, truly try at something I know I can do. You know, it doesn't matter who knows whether I did it or I didn't, as long as I know that either I've done it or attempted to do it when I know I have the potential to do it. To be honest, no one cares. No one cares whether you do, no one cares whether you don't. Just as much as if you do something, they're going to have shit to talk. If you don't do something, they're going to have shit to talk. Either way, it just results in negative people stirring negative shit. Only you knowing something internally. I'm not just talking facts. I'm talking internally, that small voice in the back of your mind that itches for more, that tells you. That voice is the main thing that I try to listen to. You know, that's the little voice that gets you out of that comfort zone. You know, that little urge in the back of your mind, or that little voice that it may feel like it's not even you, but it's a part of you that it's the part of you telling you what you can be, what you can do. That little voice is the part of you that is trying to guide you to where you need to be, where you have to be, where you are supposed to be. That is the voice that's guiding you where you're supposed to be. The regret of never giving something your true 100%, or even just the effort that you think is required, you will constantly remind yourself that you didn't try hard enough. And that is one thing that you should always be striving towards, because if something truly doesn't work out, and no matter what it is, if something doesn't work out, as long as you know in the back of your mind that you gave that thing 110 fucking percent, there is no way that you can have regret in your mind. And if you do, then you know you didn't try hard enough. There's no reason to regret something if you tried your damn fucking best at it and you gave it your wholehearted 110% effort, then you will never hold regret. And that is something that I strive for in everything that I take on, no matter what it is, no matter how big or small it is, to live with that fear of regret, the fear of knowing you should have and you didn't, knowing you could have and you haven't. That is something that haunts me. It is time to move on to hamstrings. So RDLs it is, as I said, so we'll see what kind of weight I end up working up to. I like to keep them very time under tension, otherwise it sort of turns into a deadlift sort of, you know, your lower back starts to take over and your hips start to take over. So I like to keep the tension on the muscles, so probably not as heavy as you're used to seeing on some meathead videos and whatnot, but let's do it. One more this weight and then potentially drop it. Let's do it. Come on. And again. Rest pause. Come on then. Woo! Woo! Let's tidy this place up. You know, respect your place and your place will respect you. So let's tidy it up and then wrap the session up. Let's do it. Woo! That is it. First blood box leg day ticked off. Like I said, I don't need to prove any evidence for hard work, for proof that I train legs, for whatever. I mean, I know it was probably only one person that questioned it, whether it was TikTok or YouTube, whatever it was. There you have it. Good session. Well, great session. I mean, I suppose there'll be some of you questioning the amount of sets and the amount of exercises. I mean, first off, that is why I haven't done a leg session in here and recorded it, is because I only have the choice of 2 exercises, squats and RDLs. That is it. And as boring as it is, I think that is, like I was saying, that's pretty much all you need. But the reason why I haven't recorded one and uploaded it is because of the lack of exercises, the lack of choice that I have. So I tend to just, you know, grab a day pass on the weekend to one of my local gyms and just train legs there every weekend, you know, every Saturday or every Friday, whatever I decide. So that is why I have not been posting leg days, is because of that very reason, the lack of choice, the lack of equipment. But after doing that and after seeing how intense I can make a session with only 2 exercises, might start doing it more, you know. And views and stuff doesn't fucking bother me, you know. Some people don't post leg days because they don't get enough views, people aren't interested in leg day, you know, people skip legs. But I like to think that the people that watch leg days and that analyse other people's trainings and, you know, base the people that they watch off of how they train the things that other people don't, you know, how they do certain things that other people don't want to do. And that is a very good way to see if a person is, I guess you could say, what they say they are, who they say they are, you know. Do they do the things that other people don't? Do they do the things that separates them from everyone else? And sometimes people fake that. Sometimes people put on a facade to want to be that person that is deemed to be someone that will do things that others won't, that, you know, does all this extraordinary shit that separates them. But I feel like that can't be faked in one way or another. I feel like if you truly are dedicated to your craft and you love what you do, then the things that do separate you will be clear. They will be clear. People will be able to see that, you know, the way you train legs, if you're into the gym and the gym is your passion, the way that you train legs will make a remark for who you are and how dedicated you really are and how much work you can put in and truly how much you can separate yourself from everyone else. But anyway, all of that sort of just categorises, you know, everything between my leg training to how I train and what my philosophy is about. But besides that, very good session, you know, like I said, not many sets, very limited exercise choices, but that doesn't mean that you can't have an effective, good session. And I hope that a lot of these videos are proof of that. That, you know, like I mention a lot, if you're not competing, then all you need is just an intense workout with not a lot of choices and not a lot of sets, really. Pick your stuff wisely, pick your exercises wisely. Besides all of that, it really boils down to what I was saying earlier. Only you know. Only you know the work that you put in, only you know how much effort you put in, and only you know how much you've got left in the tank. So don't go fucking lying to yourself, because him in the back of there, he knows, and he will always let you know if you've left something in the tank, if you've left something in the bottom of the barrel that you should have scraped out. He will know, and he will let you know for the rest of your life, depending on how significant it is. So always pursue wholeheartedly with everything that you do. You know, as silly as these little things may seem that you may just brush over, you know, you'll do it lightly. Those things add up. And when those things start adding up, that can lead to a serious decision that you will regret, and a serious decision that you needed to make that you didn't. And that is something that, like I said, I don't want to live with. So as these things come and as these things arise, I tend to give as much as I can. I give as much as I can to the point where I won't live with any regret with knowing how much I gave it. That is the approach with decisions that I'm making and the actions that I pursue. So anyway, these aren't supposed to be talking videos, these are supposed to be lifting videos. Talking videos are separate as of now, so I will be recording another one will be going up pretty soon. How soon, I don't know. Things are all up in the air with work and all of this stuff, you know. Content is hard. I know I said it's not talking video, but just one last thing. Content is hard, you know, especially when you're in that start point where you don't have enough views to be going around taking days off work and doing all this lavish stuff that you see these people doing. You know, starting content is hard, man, and people forget that people have jobs. People do content and they have jobs, just like me. I'm a painter, I'm a gardener, I have jobs, I do things. You know, these videos are recorded very late at night when I could be doing other stuff, I could be relaxing, I could be watching the TV, I could be chilling, I could be doing all this other stuff. But the but in that is that there's no purpose in that. There is no monumental achievement in sitting around after you've got home from work and doing what everybody else does. Your goal that you have in your mind, you have to be able to do the things that other people won't. And if that requires you to do stuff after you get home from work, no matter how shit your day was, whatever it had involved in it, no one cares. No one cares, no one knows. But you should care, and you know. So, enough on that, enough pep talk. That is, I believe this is session 17, if I'm right. My SD cards are all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and confidently say that is session 17, a wrap. That is it. Only you will know. Don't forget it. That is it.